Okay, this is kind of terrible. I tried recording this once, and this is my take two. And I really hope that third time's a charm doesn't apply this time, because it is not. I'm not in the mood to record this 3 times. So give me a phone call if it's that desperate. Let's see what I can say. This is on tattoos. I came up with the. I'm usually recording music, singing, that kind of stuff. But an idea popped into my head about what if I dedicate part of my channel to advice or to inform. So my first video for that. And the first topic I got a request for was not tattoos, excuse me, piercings. I guess I can include tattoos in this. There are a lot of risks with piercings, and I don't want to sound like a prude. Um, why don't I just name some body piercing risks? How's that? Why don't I do that? A lot of cultures pierce for many reasons, and in our society, some of us just pierce to get pierced. Um, Now, before you get something pierced, you can always wait, or you can always change your mind before you get something done. Body piercing is very popular nowadays. There are a lot of risks with piercings. A lot of few risks, depending on the piercing you get. Of course, you have to take healing process into consideration. Depends on your level of pain tolerance and how you can tolerate that amount of pain. I have 5 piercings. I have one. Hold on. Two. I have the bottom, and the same on the other ear. Flip flop. And I don't regret them because I waited and you know, I waited out, which the pros and cons of each. So, um, here's my main tip of advice. If you're gonna get a facial piercing, i.e., my lip piercing, if you're gonna get a facial piercing, always take into consideration that depending on what piercing you get, you may be judged. You may be judged for, let's say, suit me, job interviews. Let's say I want to work for a restaurant or something. Chances are this has to go. So you have to take that into consideration. Like, if you want to be representable or you have a job that's more upscale, I wouldn't suggest getting a facial piercing. Tongue piercings, there are different takes on that in society. Some people look at you like you're, you know, and some people are just like, oh, that's hot. So I don't really know how to judge that. I'm not one. I don't care. I love piercings. I'm passive. I'm not. It's whatever. Do what you want with your body, right? Um. Now there are a few risks, health risks of body piercings. Let me get into that. There's infection. If you don't take proper care of your piercing, infection can lead to scarring or tissue damage, regardless of where it is. Even blood poisoning, that's possible. Not so attractive. You can get an allergic reaction. Depends on even from the way beginning of latex gloves you can get, or certain metals body can react to. And when you're pierced, you can have a severe reaction to your jewelry that may accompany a rash, maybe some swelling, some itching, maybe some difficulty breathing. In that case, I'd hope you're in an ambulance by then because I don't want anybody to drop dead. And I'm not liable, I'm just here for advice. You can get nerve damage now with my lip piercing. I'm pretty sure some of that happened because when I smile, it goes more this way. Some people like my crooked smile. I mean, I talk a little crooked now, but I was never like that before. Some people hate it. I mean, look, I like my crooked smile. You can get excessive bleeding depending on where you're pierced. Um, Contamination. If things aren't properly sterilized, you're at risk for certain diseases. Hepatitis. I'm not gonna get into all of that because I don't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable or shaky. Piercings are, of course, much safer than they appear to be through the risks. 'Cause barely any of these risks can, they happen, but they're very unlikely to happen. So, dental risks. Now with this, I like my teeth. I used to have a gap and a crazy overbite. I paid $5,000 for Invisalign. Okay, I kind of like my teeth, so that was something I had to weigh out before I got my lip pierced. Um, Oral piercings in particular, including like tongue piercings, lip piercings, anything else. They can lead to chipped teeth and get. That's hope that doesn't happen. I like my teeth. Worn out enamel, damage to your gums, and even in healing, like if you inhale some loose piercings, you can choke on them and get them into your lungs. It's and then once again, there's no guarantee that this is gonna happen or not happen. So we just have to wait out. There's pain, of course. Depends on your level of tolerance of pain. I honestly didn't find this painful at all. My actual cartilage piercings, the healing process was much longer and much more painful than my lip piercing, which healed in about a week. So I can't really. Depends on your healing process, your level of pain tolerance, cost, how much money you're willing to pay for a piercing, depending on your financial situation. Commitment. You have to be committed to your piercing. You have to get it pierced, because if not, you're gonna have some nasty stuff going around wherever you get that pierced. You gotta clean it, sterilize it, and judgment of others. I'm just gonna read something what it says on some website I pulled up. It says, others may judge you based upon your piercing, so you may really want to think this through. Now, I know how I am personally. I give people a mental, because I don't care what people think, but you can't always be like that, and there's going to be times where things are going to bother you, and it depends on how sensitive you are. It was your decision in the first place, so that's about all I can advise here. So that's piercings, and if you want any, once again, this is my first video on informing or whatnot, so any topic. You can go anywhere from depression to, I don't know, drugs. Once again, that doesn't, not saying it applies to me, I'm just speaking, giving ideas. And I'll inform on that and speak about that, so subscribe, please. I don't ask for much. I don't expect thousands of views. I just expect a few. So it's easy. Just click up there. Click the thumbs up down there. Click the thumbs down there. If only there was one like this, because I'd get much more of these. But once again, have a good night and give me your suggestions.